Okay, I'm out here in my favorite camp spot, and I'm testing out a tool. It's by Gossman knives, and it's a sharpening steel. But I'm going to show you, besides sharpening, different ways to use it, hopefully. And to be honest, this is the first time I've touched it, except to get it out of the package. First thing I'm going to do is sharpen. Use it as a sharpening tool. Then I'm going to make a baton so I can use it for doing some other chores that you'll see later here. First of all, I got this Bill Siegel knife, and it's got a few little burrs on it, and I thought I'd sharpen it. Just kind of get it down. This sharpening steel is like a lot of steels. You get your knife pretty sharp already, and then this is more of a honing type steel. And this knife is pretty sharp already, but like I said, there's a few burrs, mostly right in this end area here. And you don't have to put much pressure, he said, and I'm not. You can use the edges as well. Oh yeah. The way you can feel for it is go like this on both sides, and if it catches, then you got a burr somewhere, and it doesn't. The other thing is, I got a Griffith knife here, and I've been using it for a striker for my fire steel, and something I haven't seen people do with before is to make a better angle right here. And I got some burrs on this when I use that. So what I thought I would do is try to use this to get those burrs out and make it more of a right angle and a sharper edge for my sharpening or my fire steels. Oh yeah, I can see it cleaning it up right here. Oh nice. Yeah, right in here there's a little catch. Nice. Yeah, you can feel it. Oh man, that's really sharp right there. Okay. Well, good deal. So that's two things you can use this for. Sharpening and getting the spine of your knife fixed better. Stay tuned and you'll see a bunch of other things going on. This, by the way, is D2 steel, 6 inches long, and it has a wedge shape that's not super sharp, but able to dig in, and a lanyard hole here, and about 1 inch wide. Okay, I'm making up my baton here. I'm using a bigger piece to use temporarily, but I want to make a smaller handle, and mainly so I can hold on to it better, and it seems to be working fine. Thought I'd show you the first part here. I made a cut so it careful not to split too much. Well, I'll use this wedge for this baton for other things, and it won't be so hard to hold on to like this one is right now. But stay tuned and I'll show you the rest of this when I finish it instead of boring you. Well, here's the finished product. I actually broke this other one. It went through too well and the wood wasn't good inside. So I made another one, and a nice square handle. Grab a hold of it, and just the right size to pound in, and you got enough length that you can get a good whack on things. So I'll use this I didn't go as deep as I made the grooves because I didn't want to split it again, and it's a great handle the way it is. So a good batoning tool. Now I'm going to use this a lot for the rest of the chores. Okay, I do a lot of bow drill, and I make a lot of bows, and I have 3 holes on this close end and one hole up here to tie my string, or 2 holes. And I found this cool looking piece of wood that I'm going to make a bow out of. And what I like to do is drill holes through this, but using an awl out here in the woods, going through this thick of stuff is really tough. And so what I thought I'd do is use this Gossman tool and my handy baton and make it thinner. I got the crack big enough. There we go. There. Make it a nice side. I'll do the same thing on this side and get back to you. And I'll make this thinner yet too. Okay, I got it shaped right now, and I'm using the awl, and I'm going to make one hole up on this end where it's nice and thin, and it'll be pretty easy that way because it's narrow, but the integrity of the strength of the board is still there. And there, I got a hole through there. My other end, there's the hole. The other end here is a little bit thicker, but I'm going to be doing more with it. So I'll make holes in this and then get back to you and show you the finished bow. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Okay, I got the holes done. It took a while to get these holes in this thicker part. I wanted it thick. And the way I do it, I have a 3-hole system where I can loosen and tighten this without having to tie a knot. This end I do tie a knot, and so got a hole from the awl here and thread it through there and get it about the right tension of what I'd use, and then I just tie a regular knot up here, and my bow is done. And it's pretty cool because it's a lot easier with these flat surfaces to actually make a hole out in the wild here. And I definitely am up in the mountains, about 4,500 feet or so. So there's my bow. My flattened ends with the tool and the holes with my awl. And we'll probably try to use this later today. But my custom made bow for my bow drill, and this is a cool handle here. I like this, and it should work quite well with these. Hopefully you can see it, the flattened ends. It makes it a lot easier to drill through with the awl instead of going through this thicker stuff. I like my bows nice and stout, not too heavy, but don't flex any, and so sometimes they're a little bit thicker. And it's a pain if you do it out in the wild to drill these holes. But with the tool, it works fine. Custom bow. Okay, I'm making my tripod, or it's not a tripod, it's a quad pod, I guess, because I want it square pretty much. I already got it a little on square. But finishing up the brace part and tying it all good and strong, and then I'm going to use the Gossman tool to split slats and put across here for my table. So it's done now, and the next thing is to use the tool to make my tabletop. Okay, now the hard part comes, is making the flat pieces for the tabletop, and I've been using the tool. And I got to split a bunch of these round stalks, and that's the hard part, is the round part. Just about got it. Oops, it broke. I can still use one half. Out in the woods, you can't depend on stuff being super straight grained or something. I got a pretty gnarly piece of pine here too. There we go. Anyway, flat top then, one for the table, and I'll do a bunch of these and get back to you. Okay, I got my table made. Once I get my water hot, I can put it on here, and any other things. Here's the Gossman tool, bags, you know, my knife. Good thing you don't want to keep your knife laying around where you can't find it, so the table's really nice. And I gotta admit that I use the axe every once in a while to get it going. Then I finished it with the tool because some of these pieces were a little bit big, but the tool is really handy for this type of thing. Next, I'm going to make a pot hook and get it ready for the campfire here and get a fire going pretty soon. But nice sturdy table, put my pot and everything else. I'm starting to make my pot hook, and I'm batoning down this piece here to get it in half, and then I'll use one of those halves. There we go. So I'll probably use this piece here as my pot hook and narrow it down and everything, but using the Gossman tool again to split it. And now I'll make some hooks. I'll probably skin off part of the top so it's thinner. Now, I hope you can see this. I'm doing this a little differently on the pot hook than you normally would. I got some bites cut there, and then using the Gossman tool, split it down where the cuts are there. This pine is pretty hard stuff. There we go. And it makes a cut this way so that you can hang your pot on it. Normally we don't do that way, but this is a good way to do it where it's thin, where I split it already. This hooks onto the stick up above, and this is the pot hooking on here. So kind of a cool pot holder. I'll make another notch down lower. Okay, I changed my mind on a few things because the wood split, but same idea though. I got it just one hook, and I can raise and lower it accordingly. But that should be about right. I can raise the bar here up if I need to get it further off. So anyway, that's my pot hook, and worked out well. I'm going to get a fire going next with the Gossman tool and use it to do a fire steel. Okay, I got my little teepee set up here with some curls and pine needles and whatnot. I got a fire steel and my Gossman tool, and I'm going to get some tinder out. This is all natural tinder. I thought I'd try first and see if it would work. Grass and then these curls. And the way I'm going to do it, I don't know if it's the right way, but hold the tool and pull back with the fire steel. almost. There we go. And I got a bunch of wood left from doing all the splitting. So the tool worked good for the fire steel. Pay more attention here to my fire here for a second. Anyway, we'll get the fire going, I'll get the pot hook up once it's going better and show you some more results. Well, I got a little bit too much flame right now, but I put my pot on anyway. The flame will go down. The wind's kind of blowing too, that's kind of not helping. Plus my stick is catching on fire, I see up here. But anyway, I'll get some hot water going and get some coffee and have some lunch here. Well, it didn't take very long to get it boiling here. Got my coffee cup on the table there. And I'll pour this out. There we go. Set the remainder on my table. And stir her up. I got some coffee. So the pot hook worked well. The wind wasn't very helpful. It's blowing that way quite a bit, so it blew it right into the whole thing. But nice cup of coffee with the pot hook. And got the table here. Let me move you over there and show you what I got on the table. I got my water that is boiled, my fire steel, my Gossman tool, another container, a bearing block, gloves, sugar for my coffee, and my Griffith knife. So really useful, and I used it all with this. One thing I could suggest is sharpening this a little bit more. I don't know if I was allowed to, so I didn't. It works well until you get to the real fine work where you really need to cut in better. And so I use this in conjunction with the big axe sometimes, and then finished it with this. And also doing the pot hook, I used my knife a little bit before I made the split with this. So good tool to have around, and I think I'll do a fire steel with my new bow as well and see if that works out. Okay, got my bow made with the Gossman tool. It's kind of windy out, so yeah, here I'm going to adjust it. Need to make it just a hair tighter. And I'm using sage for my heart and spindle. Let's see how she goes. Ants on me. Close to, you can see here, I think I got a coal, but I'll go a little bit further. Yeah. It's real windy, so I'm not sure how this is all going to work. I got a place to bury it right away. Pretty nice coal. There we got fire. Put it down here underneath this rock. Smother it. But my new bow, customized with the Gossman tool. Thank you.